Hey there Pisces, welcome to your weekly tarot reading. This one is for August 28th through to September the 3rd. Let's jump in and see what's on the cards for you Pisces. Now, if you could do me a favor and hit the like button, that would be much appreciated. You might want to think about dropping me a comment and hitting the subscribe button if you want to see more of these readings coming, because it is all engagement based here on YouTube. So if we don't get that interaction, then eventually, you know, the free content will need to disappear. So that would be awesome. And in exchange, I'll try and do my best and stay focused and give you these great readings every week. Now, also, if you'd like a personal reading or healing at any time, there is a link down below to my website that will take you to where you need to go to check those out. I have a freebie as well, my Learn Tarot Quick Guide. You might want to check that out if you want to get started interpreting the cards for yourself. Or for a deeper dive, I do have the Initiation, my paid offering. In that one, I teach a full foundation of tarot and my professional signature reading process. So that is there. You can also join my karmic community. That is my email newsletter. That's free. That's linked below. And come across to Instagram if you are interested in daily readings, daily content from me. I'm very active over there as well. Okay, announcements over. Let's get into your reading, Pisces. So your Moonology card to guide this reading is Bring Love into the Situation. New moon in Aquarius, right? So you're being asked to bring love into the situation. Maybe you're needing to be compassionate or empathetic, or, you know, see the bright side of something here. Bring love into the situation, maybe rather than fear or worry here. So it's saying, you know, bring love into the situation. Maybe, you know, bring positivity, bring faith, bring hope, all those positive things towards some kind of new beginning. Okay, well, let's see where this goes. Aquarian energy is the Star, is the King of Swords, which sort of asks you to see the bigger picture here, and that maybe you are sort of being guided towards a calling. Okay, the Major Arcana is out, so I'm going to honor that. So just the Major Arcanas I was shuffling there, which are the big themes, big life lessons, and I have drawn for you the Universe. Okay, this is the very last of the 22 cards here, Pisces, that talks about grand completion, which of course gives way to new beginnings here. So it follows on from the Final Judgment. Maybe you have been making a final judgment call to end a cycle that you feel isn't serving you or no longer giving you the growth or holding you back in some way. If so, bring love into this situation. Maybe it is an act of love and self-care to actually remove yourself, to actually move forward, to move to the new cycle, because this is a significant completion. Okay, it's like a whole end of an era with that energy. And it's a victory card because it's like a spiritual graduation. You've learned what you need to from that situation, Pisces, and now, vulnerably, yes, but powerfully, you can move forward. Okay, let's see where this is going. I'm going to get the full story out, Pisces. I'll grab you 4 cards from the Rider-Waite deck, and then we will clarify as we go. Situational energy is the 5 of Swords, yeah. So we do have a kind of a tension point here in this situation. 10 of Swords in the challenge, right? Okay, a lot of Swords energy, a lot of, yeah, maybe mental overwhelm here. Queen of Cups is your advice, and she is that energy of love and heart and nurture and bringing that into the situation towards what I feel is an emotional new beginning. Yeah, Swords again. 6 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. You're in transition, and I actually feel like you are moving on and moving forward from the situation. Okay, let's work through the energy. So 5 of Swords in your situation, which is now clarified with the Hierophant. 2 number 5s, right? 5s for me are always critical turning points. They are points of change. Now, the Hierophant, Taurus energy, maybe dealing with a Taurus. I also have Cancer here with the Queen of Cups. This is an energy for me of big commitments, right? So this could be happening in a serious de facto relationship or marriage, like a career that you've been in for, you know, quite a few years, a course of study that you might be sort of heavily invested in, or you have been up till this point. It's those kind of situations. So yeah, work, career, whole industry, job, relationship, marriage. But the Hierophant sort of talks about a critical turning point, because this has been coming to stress, tension, strife, maybe even arguments here with the Five of Swords. It's kind of become abrasive because, Pisces, with this energy here, it feels like you have gone through some kind of changes or awakening or shifts where this is no longer in alignment or in your best interest anymore. And sometimes we just change, and that's okay. But through those changes, sometimes we need to change people, places, things, situations in our lives to line up with that new version of ourselves. So I think that you're at one of those points of change. Now, generally with the Five of Swords, the message is that there's not really any clear winners by staying in the situation and fighting for it and battling for it. Really, it's about knowing when to walk away. And that leads me to the Ten of Swords in your challenge position, because this is around an ending that can feel quite painful, right? Especially if you are invested. You might have invested a lot of time here, a lot of money here, a lot of energy here. But sometimes it just is time for that ending. And the Ten of Swords, yes, it is a painful ending, but it gives way to the Sun energy, new growth, healing, peace, calm, illuminating new paths. So I feel that that's what we are looking at. And of course, bring love into the situation. It's an act of self-care, especially when we're removing ourselves from a Five of Swords situation, because it can take a lot of energy to stay in those kind of situations and just like walk on eggshells, or to not stir it up, to try and keep the peace. You know what I mean? Yeah, Four of Swords is now clarifying that in the challenge. And the Four of Swords may mean, one, you're waiting for the right time here, but essentially with these kinds of things, it usually isn't a right time, okay? Four of Swords and Ten of Swords, you might actually be sort of burning out here in terms of your energy or your mental health. So you need to watch that and take some rest and recovery here as well. But ultimately with the Four of Swords, you are waiting for either the time or the breakthrough or the plan or strategy in order to sever ties. Like you see the Three of Swords here as well. So that's what I feel. You kind of know what you need to do, and that maybe it's overdue, but you're hoping that maybe there would be a natural opening or, time or outlet for that. But sometimes it's like we just have to rip off that band-aid. So the Queen of Cups is here in the advice, and she's really the energy of bringing love into the situation. She's now clarified with the Death card, which is called transformation in this deck. So she's saying that there is light at the end of the tunnel, but it's in ripping off that band-aid, going through the ending, and then embracing the Ace of Cups, an emotional new beginning, okay? It's staying focused on that. So again, in this Death card, I see somebody who is like coming out of like a chamber, like a small constricted space, something that's kind of held you really suppressed or something like that for a while. But there is surrender to release, which leads you to that Sun energy, that light at the end of the tunnel. So the Death card again talks about the situation sort of being in its winter, right? All situations sort of go through the cycle of the seasons where there might be a growth patch and then a plateau. We're not really talking about that. We're talking about a situation that's kind of either gone flat for a really long time, or it's kind of escalated, like we're not seeing eye to eye, and now we're actually don't really like each other very much, right? Whether it's you and an employer, you and a job, or you and a partner here, it sort of feels like it's gone past the salvage point. And in those times, the question is, well, do I try and plant new seeds here for new growth, right? It's very hard to do in that hostile kind of environment. Or do I transition on and take my energy somewhere else? Well, bring love into this situation, make an emotionally intelligent decision to transition away is what I'm seeing, Six of Swords, right? Because this has caused you high emotions for long enough. And the Six of Swords is about, with a heavy heart, moving on towards new shores, but we also move on towards peace and harmony and smoother sailing. Oh god, it's a bit of a textbook reading, this one, Pisces, because I now have that clarified with the Eight of Cups, which is you already sort of intuitively know and feel what you should do here, right? Because there's a fundamental piece missing in this situation that just can't be filled here. In the traditional version of the Eight of Cups, we see someone who's walking away from 8 cups, and there's like a hole in the stack of 8 cups. And what goes in there is the Ace of Cups, because that's what you're missing, right? Something that really fills your cup, something that feels like it was made for you, something that feels in alignment for you, something that brings you inner peace, right? So that lies outside of this situation. So Pisces, the true act of self-love here is knowing when to walk away, right? Before things kind of escalate, before, you know, we feel 10 of swords, we've sort of got 10 swords in our back and, you know, we're feeling depleted here. Naturally, I think the universe is telling you this is the end of that cycle. And really, it's all about forward movement and smooth sailing for you in the future. So that's what I have for you, Pisces, and I will leave it there. Again, if you would like a personal reading to tune into your specific circumstances, the first link down below will take you to my website. Do come across to Instagram if you're interested in daily content. And don't forget to like, share, comment. Please do hit subscribe on the way out. I'd be so grateful for that. Wishing you so much love and magic. Do take care. Bye for now.